Testing. There we go. All right. Psych audio's pretty good for the most part. And, yeah. Let me just get some stuff rolling here. No, 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 no. Doc Greeny. How's it going? Let me see here. I think this is actually the first stream I've done on YouTube. So hopefully everything goes fairly well. Yes, they are. Yeah, no worries. Just kind of chilling right now. I was like, it's my third anniversary of playing this game. I got to do something. Even if it's not a terribly long stream, I was like, I got to do something. So, yeah. So here I am. How are you guys doing this evening? So yeah, one of my friends was like, "Hey, you should wow, this is okay. I'm gonna turn off Discord here. Hopefully that should save on some of the lag issues. 75 out of 100. So I haven't maximized it, but I could probably, if I like worked on it really hard for a couple weeks, like if this actually works out, I'll probably try to get the orb size to 100 in the enhancements. But yeah. And this is just me just totally testing something. Um, and instead of just using the stereotypical like ACP or anti-cube portal, just rolling with negative mass projector instead. And negative mass projector has a thing where it makes the orbs a little bit bigger than they normally are. And yeah. So kind of having a little bit of fun with a little bit of a meme naming for this strategy. Who knows? Maybe it'll stick around. But yeah, some tier 3 just started a week ago. Nice. Yeah, over the course of a week, going from like tier 1 to tier 3 is pretty good progress. I think the only kind of progress that I saw as fast as like making that jump out of tier 1 um, was probably once I started investing in masteries much later on in the game. Masteries were just absolutely insane for what we could get at where we're at in the game. Fed92, hello and welcome this evening. to my third anniversary of actually playing this game. I claimed the relic earlier today and posted it on my Discord. But yeah, getting that second black hole felt like, oh yeah, yeah, the second black hole was really nice. Actually, just getting black hole up and running with all the coin bonuses was just like, yes, yes, I'm drowning in coins. This is amazing. Give me more. Yeah. Just stretching here. Oof. Back just cracked. Lovely. Yeah. Let's see. Fun thing, I had my third anniversary of this game in March, but and some people quit for a really long duration as well. So that happens too. Uh, you know, depending on how much yeah, just didn't play for like a year. Yeah. That would do it. That would absolutely do it. I'll be back to tier 1 soon enough. Yeah. It's nice getting some of those milestones and unlocking some of the new research to do. Man, I'm trying to remember, is it... It's been so long, I think it's... Was it tier 3 or was it tier 5 that you unlocked the black hole coin research? And not just the bricks. Negative mass projector, baby. Let's make these orbs gigantic. I just love the fact that I could actually make them even larger, too. I can't wait for that. Assuming that this strategy actually pans out to be something worthwhile. Like, you guys are going along for this with this journey with me on this one. But chances are I probably won't see the results until I wake up in the morning. Because if IGN 589, hey, how's it going? If my estimates are correct, I think this might run until wave like mid 7K, maybe 8K, versus the 10K waves that I've been usually running. Those big orbs like lab research or enhancement. So it's a combination of orb size from enhancements and also from negative mass projector. So here, I will show you my mods so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Negative mass projector. It doesn't say in the description that it has this effect, but it does make your orbs a little bit bigger. I don't know if that affects the hitbox or not, but I think it does. But they definitely look much more pronounced than they normally would. And Ryan, thanks for wishing me a happy anniversary and welcome to the party. Let me see if I can do any more to... So I am using a... still using Redfinger right now. And you guys can probably tell that there's a little bit of lag. I don't need the other thing. Okay. Tier 15. Or tier 5. It's been a while since I've done a guide on unlocking the black hole coins. Those are really big balls, yeah. Yep. Trying to close as many windows as I can. I think that's probably the best thing to get for as far as this displaying. Okay. Oh wait, you can't see my mouse, can you? Properties. Capture cursor. So maybe I have to click on this to... Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. For it to capture my cursor, I have to click on the window for it to start capturing my cursor movement. Local Coin Lab, because I took a 4-month break. And hit the lab on with repeat on. So go back and... Yes. It absolutely would, if not more. I'm actually curious, once I get to, let's see, the percentage of boss... Oh, it's giving me some delay when I'm clicking. Nope, nope. It just didn't let me. Okay. Orbs are doing really good damage. Yep. Yeah. Negative mass projector makes the orb size a little larger. I don't know what the percentage is. It was one of those things that I used it in the past. It was during the period when, I think orbs, they had to kill an enemy for you to get the orb mastery coin bonus. And then eventually they changed that. So now it's only you need to hit enemies with orbs, not necessarily kill them to get the coin bonus. But during that time, I was farming with negative mass projector. And so it's kind of fun going back to that, and we'll see how this pans out. Right now, I'm going through the intro sprint phase, so you're not seeing any of the coin gains yet, but we'll see. I think it's about wave... Ooh. I think mid, like, 3,500s that I should probably be at around the max number of enemies that can spawn. That includes elites as well. So anything before that is just going to be build up until that point. And then we'll see how the coin gains are. Get some water here. But yeah, if you guys, let's see, which research would you say a new player should make a goal to hit immediately? Making sure that you hit the game speed is probably the #1 thing as far as like what you should research, and then trying to get all 5 slots. As far as like, once you get a second, third slot, I would probably start slotting in, I want to say probably lab speed, and then use your third, fourth, and fifth, depending on how quickly you can get the extra lab slots for, because it's in the beginning, you're mostly going to be using like effective hit point kind of turtle builds. You can slot in absolute defense, health, stuff like that. Yeah, and probably one of them should be coins and cash per kill. Those are good. And since let's see, just a moment. And yeah, since Doc, you just started about a week ago, um, have you been able to get Golden Tower yet? I think if you're hitting tier 3, you should be able to at least do one or two um, tournaments. I think there's some settings. Let me... It's early mentioned having fast progress. Assume those would be spent. Also, actually, a big chunk of it was also let's see, wave acceleration. I didn't get wave acceleration for a little bit, but it was super tower mastery. It was damage mastery. Those are really big. Intro sprint was absolutely very big. I did recovery package mastery initially to help out with my modules. I think those were the initial ones that I got. I also got regen mastery, which was a mistake. It was great for champ. It was what I needed to score very, very well in that champion bracket. I think we had like one before we could promote into legends. So it was very powerful during that one, but oh yeah. Yeah. Um there's a lot of videos with me and Greeny where we kind of show roughly where we're at in our enhancements. Is one of the strongest. Anyways, yeah, it absolutely is. So much of a difference where I would say it could be like a 50%, like almost double in some cases, depending on how bad of a device you're going to or coming from. It's, yeah. So right now, like, even though the frames per second for the stream isn't all that great, because I'm running it through Redfinger, and I'm eventually going to do a video on like a comparison between Redfinger and LD Cloud, or at least that's the plan. Um, at least I know even if Redfinger is lagging as far as what I see, the frame rate that it's actually getting on the server side of things is really, really good. And so even though my interaction with it kind of sucks sometimes, um, like I'm not losing out on coins, and it's just absolutely blowing through things. Hope life is treating you well. Yeah, overall, I would say this past year has been like a big turnaround in my life. So I would say it's been going well. It's been very, very, very busy, extremely busy. But you know, each little thing that I'm kind of knocking out on the side is just getting me closer to where I want to be with everything. So yeah, it's been going well. Before that, sucked. To be honest, it was really, really rough. So it's nice to finally get to a point where I'm just really pumping up. To use bonus damage, boss health, trade-off perk. Yes, I do. Or at least I'm pretty sure I do. I've got the auto perks going right now, so you can... Yeah, you can see I already got it. So tower damage, but boss have times 8 health. And right now, it's actually... Even though it's probably going to be a boss that kills me, a boss or maybe scatters at this range, it's actually the common enemies that are creating what I call like a ramping effect. So black hole's gonna suck a bunch of enemies in, and there's gonna be a big cluster, and they're gonna create like this little ramp for bosses or elites to just slide on down into my tower. So for me, being able to kill the smaller enemies and making sure that they don't allow the bosses to do that is actually um, is actually very, very powerful for me. Is it okay to max out the Poison Swamp Radius, or do you stop at a certain level? I'm going to be maxing out Poison Swamp Radius. I'm not using the perk during my farming run, but yeah. These super huge fastballs bosses, absolutely not an issue anymore. As long as the bosses aren't getting ramped. Because the bosses get ramped, they just slide right past the orbs and taking minimal hits. And it absolutely sucks. But yeah, hopefully this does well. If worst case, it's gonna at least mark enemies to give the bonus coin drops. So hopefully that translates to big money over here. Oh, and then over on the vault side of things, I have plus a total of 10% orb speed. So I did get the plus orb speed from the vault for the tier 2. So that's allowing everything to go even faster. But yeah, if I slow it down, you can actually get a good... So this is ×1 speed. And you can tell, like, these things are moving, like, really fast. So let's see. A hit, a hit, a hit. Like, it's... If you're talking about, like, blending enemies, like, this is... This is doing some work. Boom, dead, dead. Just absolutely melts a lot of these guys. Why, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Assuming that's Fuds. Yeah, this is kind of a I'm experimenting to see if a minimum range setup combined with negative mass projector and 75 out of 100 enhancement in orb size. Just my nightcap stream. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm to be streaming. I probably need to start thinking about getting to bed in maybe like 15 minutes, but yeah, for a good chunk of the game, minimum range is pretty good. For quite a while, I've been kind of playing around with different ranges. So I've done 72.5, I've done 106, and now I'm messing around without my range card, which feels kind of weird, and trying it at 30 and just seeing how it goes. But yeah, to Tech Tree Games, how much of a size difference or a size boost do you get by using negative mass projector? Because I know the orbs are, or at least look bigger. I don't know if that affects the hitbox or not. And, you know, by what percentage of an increase is that? I don't know. And Greedy, thanks for the third, congrats on that. Yeah. A little nitty gritty. I can't believe it's also been like 3 years since I've been playing this. Like, for some reason, it feels like it's been longer. Like, it feels like 4 or 5 years. But need Enno for that question. I'll Why, thank you. Big picture guy now. Yeah, I know. You've moved on to that, and with all the games that you're managing, it makes sense. And have, your team for each of those different games. So it definitely makes sense. You're in Greenie's Tower is so much addictive yet terrifying at the same time. Bring hope and fear to anyone. You know, it's funny, Toby, I actually got a teapot in my bracket for this tournament, and actually you can see that here. I'll pop that up right now. So yeah, I did not get first place. Teapot blew me away. We were pretty close. I think that's pretty close. But yeah, I still have people that can face roll over me. Which is also pretty terrifying too. Because it's like, okay, I know what I put into the game. There are people who have put even more into the game than I have. Vincent, hey, how's it going? This is actually pretty fun. I don't think I've had this busy of a chat, really in... I can't remember how long. It's been a really long time, so this is pretty fun. I love you more than I can't. Why, thank you. What I smell? Oh, which game meta in 3 years has been my favorite? Oh man. I miss original Blender. Yeah, that was a period of OG Blender was an interesting period because it was basically like, okay, I want to juggle guys as long as possible, and yeah, you could actually juggle enemies a lot more than you can now. But as far as favorite build that's meta, if this setup that I'm doing right now, which this is just for everyone to know, like I'm just testing stuff. I don't know if this is good, if this is bad. I'm just testing to see what happens, and if it is, like, I'm gonna make a video out about it, because calling it, you know, like, hey, here's the new farming build. It's the big balls farming, big beautiful balls farming build. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna name it. Because they are beautiful. And it's so silly and so wrong. Would you say last 5 levels of GT are worth the cost of GT 14? Just test. Yep, just testing. See what happens. But I do like negative mass projector. I think it's really fun. Oh, and as far as duration, yeah, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Duration just feeds into GT Plus even more. So yeah, I would absolutely get that if you can. Yeah. Is DW damage amp lev for a foot gun? I don't think it is. I ended up maxing it out, and so far I'm enjoying it. But the armor stripping, that may be a foot gun. I think it could be, just because right now for farming, I want enemies to get in close, and that armor does protect them to a certain extent. So I want them to be able to slide past my poison swamp without dying, but still getting the poison swamp dot affecting them. But if I was using max Deathwave armor stripping, it would just strip away all that protection, and I would be probably killing a lot more enemies farther away from my tower. So I think as far as foot guns go, that's the biggest one that I can think of, or at least that I perceive to exist. And I've had some people that have actually gone all the way with it, and who were farther along than I am, and say that it wasn't a good choice of theirs. Well, if you're, I think the infinite runs would have loved to play that, or when effective input was available. Yeah, and I only got like 2 good infinite runs in. Yeah, it was really tough to actually get it going. So it was fun to be able to do it and achieve it, but I had it for a very short duration of time. I was one of the people queued for a tower review, but you stopped doing them right before. Oh, yeah, I've been super swamped. Um, Enough so that I ended up having so much work that I'm gonna have to do some of it tomorrow that I had on my plate for today. So I finally unlocked all nice. That definitely feels good. So then you get access to Ultimate Weapon Plus and decide, all right, am I gonna jump into GT Plus, or am I gonna build up what I've got? But Vincent, if you want to DM me your build, I can go over it um, over DM. Just making a video is a lot more challenging right now because I have to be home for that. Versus if it's over a DM, I can just send you advice when I'm between clients at work. If that's what you want to do. Yes, this is a min-range setup. I'll leave it at that so you guys can see. And that's partly also why the orbs look a little bit larger than usual. So if I had it farther out, the orbs would be oh so small. Trying to think of like what were some of the big milestones on my journey. So since Crash Bandicoot mentioned finally unlocking all of them. Thirty meter. And TJ, if you're curious about this later, because I'm probably gonna have to end this before I'm anywhere near towards the end of my run. Um, I'll try to get a screenshot, but I might be asleep towards the end of it. Howdy, sir. And by the way, just speaking of like people who have crushed me in the past, Taj and I think Sar are both guilty of crushing me at some point in time. I think. I think I've seen you, Sar, beat me once or so in the past. You mean you don't want to do 10+ hour streams? Oh man, I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta walk in. But I have done. I think so. I think this was like really early on though. Or at least at one point we were really close. Yeah. TJ is an absolute beast. But yeah, in the past, I have done a 24-hour stream. And by the end of it, I was actually hallucinating a little bit. So after that, I'm like, I think it's probably a good idea not to do a 24-hour stream. The shrug. Uh, I get to claim my first 2 keys soon. Start hopefully. Nice. Yeah, getting max Chronofield slow was really actually getting 100% uptime was really big, and then as you're building that up, it's just not a young man anymore. No long streams. Yeah, exactly. Christian Ghetto crushing people all the time on Reddit and Discord. I need to bring on Christian and just like a little bit of a meme stream at some point. Be like, all right, so I got you to do starting cash. What lab do you want me to do? Yeah, Ghetto's gotten me a few times. Jay, how's it going? Just wanted to say, nice title, Crowbar. Also, there ain't no way that's the. Yep, that is. Don't hate on starting cash. Sorry, I'm the hard uh hate on starting cash. Bender Mac, how's it going? Let's see. I was sub for Christian waiting for content. Oh, people keep on poking Christian for to make stuff since they've introduced mods. Ah, you were up there for a while though, Sar. But there's definitely been a shift. Like there's been people that were I hadn't even heard about. Now they're like way up where I'm at and level 25 starting cashier. See, even TJ hasn't finished starting cash. So I'm not going to start on that either. Yeah. Oh yeah, TJ, did you ever get Poison Swamp Plus after all the changes to it? How does damage slider work for long runs? Will it give full damage at the end? Or will I have to do this manually? No, no, no. Once you set it, it scales based on enemy hit point or the base enemy health. So as this goes up, um, your actual damage goes up until you basically hit your peak or the 100% equivalent anyway. No, I don't have PS. Oh, wow. Interest payments are great though. Level 80 interest. Well, I guess I can say that you have some very interesting labs. Do you feel that not having Poison Swamp Plus has hurt you at all? Or are you finding that there's other tools that you're using that do plenty to make up the difference? Shrugs. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what I'd be missing. That's fair. I need to know what a max one would be like to see how it would work, including max labs. Yeah. And that is a challenge I could see for like your tower because you have so many other tools that are so built up compared to your poison swamp. Um, Red is max. Okay. Yeah, you have all these other tools that are way pumped up that comparatively probably poison swamp isn't doing a whole lot. Let's see. I think I've got the last swamp lab that I'm doing right now is the radius. But I've got the damage maxed out. And it feels like it does good work. So get the wave 480 on tier 16 and enemy wave. Both those run looking at your screen. We only have, and that's yeah, and Doc, both, well, pretty much on most of the Discord servers out there, if you're looking for a guild, um, there's somebody somewhere that's looking. Also doing chain DW amp and chain lightning amp at the same time. Nice. Like it's really long. Yeah. I did finish DW amp. I really want to plug in the chain lightning amp and finish that out. That max chrono loop looks wild. Yeah, and without black hole, like it absolutely looks wild. Just so you can see what it looks like without the black hole. I know this is hurting my coins, but I died to scatters now, even with max chain lightning. Wee, around and round they go. So maxing that lab for a bit more amp. Yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely give you a lot more survival time. Just got more damage. And I'm sure with like a minimum range build like what I'm doing right now, I'm probably going to start dying to scatters. Though I'm usually good in tournaments, I haven't needed to raise my chain lightning damage in a while, so kind of hopefully I don't have to for a while. Gotta respec your golden bot as well. Just unlock coin mastery. Nice. Coin mastery is a nice, like, you just have it and it does its job. You don't, there's nothing fancy attached to it. It's just, you have it and it does its job and it's beautiful in that sense. There's no contingencies of, are they in spotlight? Or is this or that happening? It's just, it gives you that bonus. Gotta slot something. Yeah. I can only imagine what my labs would look like if I had been playing from day one. Because effectively, I have like a full year, almost like maybe a full year gap since the game was actually released. And if I had that difference and was able to like max labs and all that other stuff, I can just imagine like how far would I be along. And it just Wow. And also did lap speed early like I had. Nice. Which definitely pays off. You slot in gold bot duration. That is definitely very nice. Boosted to level 4. Now I'm missing 1.5 cube for the next level. Well, now you've got a tool to help you make up that difference. Maybe it'll take a day or two to get it, but everything compounds. So 500 trillion a minute, and I'm not even at... I'm pretty far from having max enemy spawns. I think so far, like, this is looking okay. I don't know how this is going to turn out in the end, but it's looking nice. As well, I started back in... Quit. Yeah, that's a pretty big downtime there. 1 hour or so. Okay. That's not a bad chunk of downtime to make up that difference. So I think when I first unlocked masteries, I was making... Oh... How much was I making? 4, maybe 5Q a day? I just let DDO Deathwave Amp cook a bit longer, so no biggie. Nice. I still occasionally get it's unreliable, but occasionally I'll get boss kills with Deathwave. I might occasionally have to pump that up a little bit, but yeah, the DW amp really does a lot to help you get those boss kills. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to get another 3 seconds off that cooldown. So hopefully it's also slightly more reliable, but it's still going to be a somewhat unreliable. The old rerolled shard size telling you to restart. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I should be able to weather this, but just in case, let me see. I've got 128 waves till my next demon mode. I think I'll restart at that point. Well, yeah, I forgot to restart it. Yeah, it's not very often just because the cooldown doesn't make it a reliable tool. But when it does work, it's nice. I don't think it's going to get you as much kills as like death penalty will, but chunky orbs. Also, hey, cool. And welcome, my friend. And for all of you guys who don't know, Surreal Demise made a really cool fan art of my tower. I think it should be in my Discord photo section. Let me see if... I would have to load up Discord, and I don't want this to lag. Yeah, there's a photo dump section on my Discord. There should be a picture in there of the fan art that Surreal Demise made. It's actually pretty cool. Like, I actually really like it. I'm glad you had fun. Absolute chaos of a drawing. Absolutely love it. Because you just look at the tower and everything that's going on, and it's absolute chaos. And then the whole profile picture that I have for YouTube and Discord is just chaotic in its own right. So I love it. Get something more to drink. It is. I'm also a big fan of chain lightning, and there's a little bit of chain lightning going on in the picture, so kind of sad that I can't see it as vibrantly as I used to be able to, but I also have just so much stuff going on my screen that it's kind of like, well, what am I going to be able to see with all the chaos going on? Speaking of, I'm just going to lower down the menu so you guys can see the full battlefield. Tourney, I got second. I got to get crushed by Teapot. So Teapot beat me by, what was it? 63 waves? Which I still think that's pretty close. Like, 63 is like, wow. You had like 1.7 or so. I'm at 1.75. How dare he? It happens. It's... Yeah, I did pretty well. I wasn't able to manage it because I was busy at work. So, but I did have it slowed down to ×2 speed. Not as good as maybe like ×1, but let's see, Crowbar, the game knows you're too good. It's only giving you 5 rerolls at a time. Or is it now? What's my reroll? Let's see. Reroll shards earn almost 4K so far. That's not bad. I haven't slowed down any tourneys. That must be nice. Because that means you have every possible key that's ever dropped. How far are you hitting in tier 16? So with this build, I don't think I'm going to go as far, but I've been hitting around 10K. More or less. So let's see. Does this show my... This doesn't. So the farthest I've gone is 10K 647. Okay. So it's keeping you alive, still killing even the that damage slider. So yeah, it's just percentage. So the better some of your tools are, like your ultimate weapons are built up, the more you can lower that slider down. So yeah, CF Plus helps out a lot, mostly for bosses and elites, because Black Hole isn't going to be able to CC them at all. Same with ultimate protectors. Which are actually a danger. But they haven't seemed like they're as bad after knocking out a bunch of their health labs. Though I'm guessing with this kind of build, at a minimum range, they're probably a lot more deadly. When the next boss comes in, please show boss info. Yeah. Kill info. Yeah, sure. Orbs are probably going to be doing a good chunk of the damage. I think earlier I saw the orbs were doing like 60% of the boss's health and damage. I usually don't get it that good, but sometimes. It's mostly the ramping effect that is going to decrease how much damage I do on bosses. Okay, so I have tier 18 now. Yeah, that's what Greeny and I were saying earlier. I don't know if Fuds is still in here, but we're waiting for tier 19. Yeah, I maxed out CF Plus. Yep. Maxed it out. It is amazing. I haven't maxed my chrono field range. I think so. I think that was Fuds, yeah. And given what he said, and saying I'm in charge of like the operation in general, but Enno's in charge more of the game, that sounds very much like something that Fuds would say, yeah. Nice. What's next on the cards for me? So make on tier 16 was a typo. That was tier 15. I wish I can tier 16 that far. But yeah, Fuds. It sounds like people are hyped for tier 19. Do we get any tier 19 spoilers? I'm not expecting any, but '20, 21. Give me just a moment. %, certainly just working on making them worth adding. Needs a little something special. Oh, and also, please, pretty please, change tier 18 so it's not ultimate tanks. Like, ultimate basics would be beautiful. It would be amazing. It would just, we could actually farm tier 18. But with ultimate tanks, we can't, and it sucks. That's surreal. How far have you taken effective hit point stress testing? Reroll farm at tier 18. Oh, I would love to farm bosses on tier 18. That would be... yes. I want. So, tier 17 has ultimate tanks. So, ultimate tanks come along with a massive boost to their health. So it makes them significantly more difficult to farm. Yeah, I don't even know if having like some just over the top built poison swamp would be even enough to make farming tier 17 viable. But I don't know. I really don't have that tool. But if Ultimate Basics were able to turn into any other unit that will actually drop more coin, no, I think Ultimate units still give the same number of coins, unless there's something that I don't know of. And if there is a boost to Ultimate type enemy coin drops, yeah, shoot me the source, because that would be nice to know. I think I should be getting to a point where my demon mode should be going off here soon. Oh no, I just skipped it. I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, so if it was something like Ultimate Basics where they just turn into any other enemy type, that would actually increase the value of farming that tier by quite a bit. And then, of course, you know, there's the extra difficulty that you have to deal with their stats, but it would make it pretty desirable to farm that. And what is going on? Am I having really bad perk luck here with, okay, no, perk wave requirements, that's... Yeah, I haven't gotten, black hole duration. Huh. Wow. And this is lagging a little bit here. Did you get the relic for your 3rd year? And if so, what does it do? It is, I think, 2% extra damage per meter. Which for me, since I have Spotlight Plus, that does add to my damage. And it is valuable for me. So if you're a bullet build, it would be valuable for you, but if you're in that like in-between area where you're mostly doing ultimate weapon damage, yeah. And it's not even exactly like a times 1.02, because that's added to the rest of the damage bonuses for relics. So it's not like multiple damage per meter relics are multiplicatively stacking. It's just their additive total is then multiplies into everything else. Yeah. But it's still pretty good. Speaking of bullets, does anyone know why I sometimes get 5 to 15% with bullets on in bosses? So some of that may be rend. That very well could be the case. J plays. We've got the biggest balls of them all. Same, to be honest. And which one to what, Jay? So given that I don't have black hole duration, this isn't too bad so far. Got to bounce in a meeting, but awesome. See you stream. We'll check out full later. All right, have good luck with work, I guess. Jay plays. We'll catch you later. Hey, Crowbar here. Jason's looking for a parent fix for attack speed rework. To work on all game speeds. So, Surreal, the attack speed fix, my theory on how that would be fixed is similar to what Satisfactory did. So Satisfactory also, I believe, was built on Unity. And it also had the same issue with frames per second, limiting the number of items that were throughputing on belts. So what the devs did is that they allowed a graphics for the items per second that were going through, but they weren't actually displaying the actual items. It was just a simulated visual. And so it was just the math going on in the background. That was actually allowing the proper throughput without frames per second. Actually limiting items that were on belts and Satisfactory. So I'm guessing an approach similar to that would be a fix, but I'm not a programmer. I just know what other devs have done on the similar engine to be able to fix that issue. And hopefully it's fixed at some point, because that would be awesome. And if the rendering is also one of those issues that slows down the game, and instead the visuals for the attacks being just simulated, if everything made the game work better, an even better bonus with that. I mentioned as long as you have a light speed shot, which doesn't render actual bullets, it should work up to whatever attack speed in the future. Oh, okay. But it still seems like there is a frames per second issue. I don't know. He's indeed working on it. He's got some covers that don't have too much trade-off. Still very preliminary, but he showed a cool demo. Oh, nice. I know you guys don't work together in the same building, but high five for that. I am definitely looking forward to that. That'll be really cool. The times one turn speed felt a little rough again. Yeah, it did. I was using not this last tournament, but I think it was like the time before that. I was using Pulsar Harvester, so making sure that I was actually getting all the hits off properly was I had to times one it, and it was kind of painful. And I might have actually been able to do better and possibly beat or get closer to where Teapot was in this last tournament, but because I was at work and I couldn't be active with the game as much, I set it to times two. So that might have shot me in the foot a little bit as far as being competitive. Excuses. I gotta finish it up. I have no idea how long that run was gonna be. Some of these runs have been on the slower, less wave size by quite a bit of a margin. So it's just kind of like, well, I guess I'll just knock it down to times two and I'll finish the tournament and we'll see how I do. BBB. Yep. I had to check this out. And this is totally testing, Mike. I have no idea how well this is going to pan out. Yeah. But if this actually becomes a legit strategy, like, I had to come up with a great name that is just, it's going to stick around. People are going to just laugh like crazy. Did 4.9K. Yep. I am. That was definitely not in the any manually stopped likely. Wow. I need to ask Momo one of these days how big of a house down payment he put down to get that boost. Should have taken it to 4,999. Only percent stuff. Big beautiful reroll font. And I missed my chance to restart. In LTK, I was actually, when I came up with this name, I was actually thinking about some of the jokes that you mentioned about what my profession is on Discord. So I was like, oh, this could be fun. Did you explain the essence of how to get BBB? So you start with a minimum range, so 30 meters. That'll make everything look a little bit larger to begin with. You get as much enhancements as you possibly can pump into orbs while hopefully not hurting yourself. So right now I'm 75 out of 100. So they could be even bigger by 25% bigger, which would be nice. And then with negative mass projector will make them even larger. Yeah, and so I'm trying to make sure that I smack all the enemies with my BBB and get the coin bonus out of it if possible. Yeah, give it a shot. Like, literally do a quickie run. You know, do like, okay, this is without the negative mass projector. Put on negative mass projector, and you're like, wow, I can actually see that they're a little bit larger. What the percentage is, I have no idea. I actually asked Fuds earlier, and he was like, I don't know, you'll have to ask Eno. So I guess I've got the green light to to DM Eno and be like, hey, what does what's the percent boost of orb size that you get out of negative mass projector? It's been around since negative mass projector's been around. Um, I used it. I mentioned earlier that during the time period where orbs would you would have to kill enemies with orbs to get the orb mastery. And before Enno says. In B4? What does that mean? And the cycle begins. So maybe I have to ask Jason. Hey Jason, what's the changes to in before 4? Or and ask Eno, ask Fuds. Okay. I don't know, ask Jory. Oh. GG. Well played with that comment. Well played. I don't know if Jory is here or not, but I don't think he is. Slang for poster posting a comment before someone else or anyone else. Okay, got it. 224. Nice. Orbs apply coin bonus multiple times. Same enemy. No, I think it's just once. It just marks them to be able to drop that bonus. I don't believe it applies it multiple times. Now, if it does, whoo, that would be amazing. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's just it hits them and applies it once. Don't show that decimal. Yeah, I think a lot of other ultimate weapons, their damage is so much greater. So they don't really show that anymore. Let me see. Yeah. That's not my actual damage because that's also boosted by all the other stuff that's going on. Like from the damage stat or from amp? So you can meme that lab up to 100? Okay, it looks like my coins are getting closer to 1 trillion. So let me see. Okay, I did get black hole duration. So that's why I've got the boost in where it's bringing it up to 1 trillion. Yeah. So there's a little bit of lag also on my end because I am using a cloud phone. So basically I'm interacting with the server, and sometimes when it's sending its signal to me, it's on the slower end. Um Funny enough, as far as I can tell, the connection is going really strong on my end. Yeah. So from me to YouTube is going well, but my connection from Redfinger to me is a bit on the sketchy side. And that's why I need to test out LD Cloud, which I'm probably going to try to get that set up this weekend and talk to the devs for that and try to get that set up and then make a comparison between the two products. So as far as like making coins, Redfinger has been really, really nice. And if I can get a better interaction where it's not lagging like this, like it is with Redfinger, then making this switch would probably be the play that I need to do. Relic that boost starting cash. Problem is the scaling of things. The scaling of things is just ah yeah, it would need a lot more work. But it would be kind of nice being able to like jump in and just starting cash, boom, finish my EHLS would be really, really nice. Let's go up to 150. That would definitely add a lot of growth for me to do in labs. Crit factor would be absolutely freaking bonkers. So we're hitting with ultimate weapon crit, and you're like basically able to double dip off crit factor going up to 115, 150. Whew, that would be nice. But I don't know if they're going to do that. My guess is, given how well masteries were perceived, or at least how I believe that they were perceived, and economically for Fudd's wallet, I'm assuming that it was also good for him financially to introduce masteries. Having stone sinks that are separate from already existing systems that you can sink your stones in, I could see being the most profitable method for him to explore in expansions. I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but that is my guess. I'm running out of water here. And when is my demon mode gonna... Auto lab speed up won't be a thing. Except for crit coin mastery, this one is really bad for... Yeah, crit coin mastery would be really nice to get a buff. Yeah, maybe a side grade so that it oh, it absolutely is. I mean, the point that I'm at, it's basically like, okay, I'll take it, but there's a lot better sources that just makes me upset. Now, if it was something that also, like, shored up the chance, so instead of there being a chance that basics only drop one coin, it also made it so that eventually, once it's maxed out, you had a 100% chance of basics getting killed to drop a coin, then I would say it's definitely worthwhile. DR coin bonus. I would take a DR coin bonus. I would love a Death Ray coin bonus. Especially with armored and Death Ray not instant giving. Everything can give extra coins. Yes, Poison Swamp Plus should also give extra coins, right? Right, TJ? Right? Right? Actually, if literally everything gave coins, I might actually be able to compete with Ron. Because at least I have all of the ultimate weapons unlocked. But, yeah. I don't know if Ron has everything unlocked. I mean, all enemy types can give extra. That would be nice. That would be amazing. What's the current poverty line? That's a hard question. Because the longest term player that I know of that was free to play ended up people. You're looking at it. Where's from stop by? The poverty line. Wow. Wow. TJ just stuck me with the dagger. The poverty dagger. Like, oh. If you want to be a rich boy, you're paying more than Crowbarzero. So that's yeah, just testing possibly possibly a new farming build. I don't know. I'm just testing things out and seeing what happens. But yeah, it's a and sorry about the lag that I'm getting from Red Finger. It seems like it's kind of slowing down now, so their servers might be getting busy right about at this point. But yeah, Burnt Out Mine Life finally hit the 3rd year anniversary of me playing this game that you introduced me to. Is the poverty line. Wow. You TJ, you're gonna have to redo my name. If it's implemented relics based on real money from would you have all the relics? With what you put there? Maybe. That went by really fast. No, seriously, it did. Went from trucking to another job for like a week, got COVID, got fired because they didn't need somebody who was sick all the time from COVID that I got from that working that job, and then started working where I'm at now. Crowbarzero, poverty zero. I'm almost at my tears of playing this game. Nice. Yeah, burnt out my life. Apparently, I'm according to TJ, I am the poverty line. So anyone that's above me is has got really big wallets, and I'm the goal that people need to get over to not be in poverty. Get third year with Greenie. Started the same day. Oh, that's fun. So yeah, TJ, not quite up to your level because I don't have the what is it, the 3 final levels of GT bonus, but or at least I think it's 3 levels. But for wave, almost 3K, hitting almost 1Q per minute. Here I am at tier 11, just trying to get out of this place. I hear that a lot. Yeah, it definitely slows down, but and then it like speeds up once you start dipping into masteries, because masteries are absolutely nuts. But yeah. Yeah, it definitely slows down for a while there. I thought it was about 1Q, but nice, comfy place. T11 is where I was farming until Mastery showed up. So yeah, it was a really comfy place for a very, very long time. Very long time. Oh yeah, surreal. 100%. Just ridiculously long T11 farming runs. To start tier 16 farming. If you're already tier 15 farming and you dip into, you know, do some test runs in a tier 16, and it's like, okay, your coins per hour over the course of, you know, the 2 runs, like one run in tier 15 and one run in tier 16. If tier 16 is outperforming, then you go to tier 16. Yep, and I've been hitting the long runs. Though I'm expecting this build to maybe end at 8K. But I might be able to extend this to 10K, like some of my runs. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not on the stream, because I'm not going to leave it up and running that long. I gotta go to bed, but... We're knocking on the door for you. Um, I think some of my runs have been around 9 hours. So sleep is for the weak. Well, I am definitely weak then, because I definitely need my sleep. I'm getting too old to not sleep. And I probably don't sleep enough, to be honest, but... Did you get in a tournament today? I hit second place right underneath the teapot. And since I claimed the reward, I can no longer see that, but... I hit teapot hit 4,156 waves. I was at 4,086 waves. Something like that. Nice. Second place isn't too bad. Now, 15th place. Man, 15th place is horrible. I'm giving you a hard time, Jay. And Jay, was a 15th place in copper? '15th place overall. I have not seen the results. Here, let me... Where's my phone? I should actually check. What were the tournament... Okay, this might boot me off, but hopefully it doesn't. Don't boot me off. Okay, it didn't boot me off. No, not spacebar. Tower.lol. I kid, I kid. Alright, let's... I'm loading this up on my phone so I don't slow down the games or the... Yeah, let's see here. Info. Info. Live results. What do the live results look like? Wow, olive oil is doing pretty good. Oh, wait, no, I actually did get 15th place. Wow. I'll take it. Not bad. Oh, I was looking up the tournament ranking, and TJ was right. Yeah, I hit 15th place. Yeah, global placement. So that's pretty good. Super unlucky that you got in the same bracket as one of the 14th above you. Yeah, it's happened a few times. But, you know, it happens on occasion. And it's just, all right. It happens. I roll with it. And some people are willing to spend a lot more than I am. And I'm fine with them beating me. It just is what it is. I got 6th place. Nice. Get more waves, but I constantly drop in rank. Use your reroll shards and reroll with it instead of rolling. I'm actually curious what I would place if I could roll DW cooldown at Ancestral instead of Mythic. Yeah, Nathan, jump in the Discord and there's a Ask Players help, and you can drop like kind of where you're at in the game and ask for advice there. Because usually you need to actually really see the full picture of what your account looks like to give really good advice on it. My farm needs to die so I can go to sleep. Part of me is like, oh, I need to go another like 500 waves. I logged out of Discord for reasons. Let me see if I can grab. You have enough coins for today? Never have enough coins. I have so much that I need to do with those coins. Link. Share invite. Let's. Oh. Let me go back. No. Let me do you pump up my tower? Maybe not follow-ups. Because there was a lot of requests, and right now I've been really busy with work. So at the moment, probably not. I know there was a bunch of people that were like, hey, we did, these were our improvements after some of the advice, and it was really fun to see that. But let's see. Let me type this out. Oh, my eyes. Take off my glasses so I can read this and type. Okay, this is a funny link because it actually has pump in for the last chunk of the Discord invite, which is actually stupidly fitting. So I'm just gonna copy that, and so I've got that here, and I don't have to. If anyone needs a link to jump into my Discord, I've got it in several other videos out there, but I know, right? I was typing it out, I'm like, wait a second. I see what you did there, Discord. Funny one. It's trying to be like, hey, Crowbar, I think you need to do more pump up your tower videos. I need to do a lot of videos. Like, I am so far behind in the ideas that I have that I want to do. But I have to say, this seems like it's a little bit more stable than my usual farming method. Or at least for now. It doesn't seem like there's as much of a huge spiking as I usually see when I'm farming. But I could be wrong on this. I don't know. Versions. What is glass cannon going to look like? Yeah, if the game goes on for that long, I have no idea what it's even going to look like at that point. But hey. Yeah, well, we'll see. After Fuds dropped the comment about the stuff that Jason's working on, man, I'm hyped to see how that plays out. And good morning, or good evening where I'm at. See, your 24/7 Death Ray coins has been removed from Stats tab. Don't. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock over here. I should go to bed. But here I am looking at my farming going, I just want to farm a few more waves to see what kind of coins I'm dropping. Ah. Past 12 a.m. where I am at. That would be East Coast. One p.m. over there. How many coins have I made so far in this run? My coins have been lackluster so far in this run. It's not until later on where it really spices up. So right now it's been on the slower side. Because it's early run, so it's only 64 Q. 65 in just a moment. Oh, Central. Okay. Midnight Texas time. The name is catching on. Thank you, TJ. I got a new nickname. Almost half my lifetime coins, but whatever. Yeah, no, they're worth it. I mean, yeah, they're expensive, but it's definitely nice, really, really nice to have. When is my next demon mode? Okay. 95 waves, and then I can restart this. Sleepy Zero? Yeah, it's definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. Hopefully, so I don't see the 5 reroll shards, and I'd be okay ending my run manually soon. Jeez. Just. 1Q. How long was that run, TJ? Was that like 13, 10 hours? So is that like wave 12K? Definitely improvements that you could be doing. 11K. Jeez. I feel like I'm missing something. Like horribly missing something. Oh, man. $140Q an hour. Jeez. Is that Ron? I'm like, Ron or Sky? Which one? Nope. Oh, wow. Sky's still playing. I think he's just happy, he'll just do the run. I don't think he's pressing to compete globally like he used to. Uh Find Lucy. He has loads of diamonds.
But I'm guessing he's mostly active in whatever guild he's a part of. And probably staying away from the drama. I can get my popcorn. Well, if you want to bust out your popcorn, might I suggest maybe Reddit, maybe Tower Talks in the Discord server? You may find some there. I don't know. Yeah. And probably a load of bad advice from me. Just horrible, horrible advice. Hashtag sarcasm. I actually haven't been in Tower Talks in a long time. I mean, I jump in there occasionally when somebody pings me, but generally I try to be as on top of what's going on in my server as possible. Got a few other servers that I jump in and try to keep up with everyone, but it's a little bit difficult. Place is hell. What does the meme with no regen left, or whatever it is, mean? Go in and soak misinformation. Oh, jeez. Dislike very much. As far as what does the meme with no regen left or whatever it is mean, I don't know. Oh, we got oh, don't lag out on me now. Okay, here, let's. Okay, well, it looks like it saved somewhat recently, so restart time. Yep. All right, give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to restart this. Oh, no, that's fine. I was worried that it opened up another window earlier with some security stuff, so luckily that didn't show up. So it's all good. All right, so tanking enemies in tier 16. This is what it looks like for a very, very short time. Press save before restarting. Yeah. I don't know if it actually did, but it looked like the timepiece was close enough that it should have been good enough. And let's just barrage these guys and clear them out. Tourney take longer, harder yet. Still get outranked and taking enemies in tier 16. That's what it looks like for me. Yeah, pretty much the only time you do it is when you've got demon mode on. No health, but all regen. The SF meta. Had a good tourney. I got second. I was in a bracket with Teapot and got crushed by a couple waves, but pretty close. Ever need to force save, but the game won't let you. Just do a single reroll for 8 shards on a blue module. Oh. Okay. Blender's got some of the Galaxy Brain advice over here. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Very handy for a device switch. Yeah, that makes sense. Pinged you my tier 16 if you were curious. Oh, yeah. I'll pull that up on my phone here. Oh, and you can actually see my reroll shards. So let's pop over so we can see the coins per minute. Okay, that's looking very nice. That looks like an improvement, I would say. By a lot. 1.7Q. Okay, this is looking pretty nice. I don't know if it's going to stay that high, but it's nice. Yeah, let's see. $261Q. That's nice. And Raw, thanks for the DM there. Wow, Ryan. Wow. Wow. Let me take off my glasses so I can actually read Swamp Brand basic enemies. Okay. Chain Thunder that you almost got done. That's nuts. Sven the Skull, how's it going? Yeah, after the restart, it actually looks like my CPK went up quite a bit too. So on it really depends on your build. And possibly also if you're using the damage bar, your landmines aren't going to be doing nearly as much damage. But so you probably don't have to worry about it as much. Don't have the damage slider. In that case, be careful about it. Sometimes it can steal kills. The stun is whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I made several modifications to this build. Right now I'm not running the range card. And I'm not running the landmine stun card. Which means I also don't have landmine stun mastery available to me at this moment. So so I can just run them when you want at the end or okay, yeah. Right now I'm working on more more free up mastery so I can lock more slots. So probably once I do that, um, I'll integrate that back into my build. Oh, interesting. One without ultimate weapon crit. Huh. Well, I can take my guess which one you don't run your ultimate weapon crit. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. After you mentioned it, I was like, hmm. Granted, I don't have ultimate weapon crit or chain lightning built up as much as you do, but yeah, we'll see. I will take that advice. Yeah, it would be something that I might want to like toss in towards the end of a run when my damage scaling bar is not keeping up anymore. So I'm pretty much locked and I'm not building any more damage. I would think that maybe at that point. Yeah, micro to extend the run out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good chunk of damage. Mine is a small chunk of that. I mean, I still have a lot of damage there, but it's a small chunk of that. Oh, it's still growing. My bad. Chances are, though, I don't think I'm probably going to see peak coins until probably later. It's almost getting there towards 11. Let's see. How do I... I really want to see this go on longer, but I also am thinking to myself, I really need to get to bed. So I think I need to call this. Thank you guys for swinging by for the 30-year anniversary of me playing this game. Yeah, I'll try to post some of the results if I can on my Discord. Maybe I'll put it in the announcements as far as how the build performed. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.